Hello, this is Mike Lively from Northern Kentucky University, and today I'm going to show you how to make a scripted flag in Second Life. So how does this flag work? Well, we can see it right here in front of us. And when you click on it, up comes a page asking if you want to go to the particular URL that is scripted to go to. Click on yes. And you see we're brought to the Northern Kentucky University homepage. Right there. So let's learn how to build this. First thing we're going to do is just right click on the ground and go edit. And we're going to bring out a cylinder. So let's select a cylinder. And bring that out. And Control Shift gives me the control handles to make that a little bit larger. Control Shift again, I'm going to make it high. And let's go ahead and just bring up the first part of the pole. And now we're going to Control Shift and shrink this a little bit. It looks like we have a nice pole. Now if you want to get it right on in the math, just go over here to Object and take a look at the XY, and we see we got kind of close. Let's go ahead and let both be 1.4. There we go. So now we're right on. And let's make the next part of the pole. So let's go ahead and make it a little bit larger. Hit Shift and just drag up, and there's your next part of the pole. Cool. And the next thing we want to do is build a flag to stick onto this pole. So we're going to bring out a square prim. There we go. And Control Shift once again just to enlarge. And what I want to do is I want to flatten it. So Control Shift, hit the green handle and let's flatten it. And then let's make the flag kind of flaggish, kind of rectangular. And we'll go ahead and pull that out. Good. So we're getting close to making our flag. Now we want this flag to be flexible. So the way we make this flexible is just we go to Features and just click on Flexible. And you can see as you move this back and forth, the flag has become flexible. And at this point, there's a number of parameters you can change: softness, gravity, drag, wind. We want it to be blown in the wind, so we can actually put a little wind in there. See? So let's take that off for now. And I'm going to rotate this and stick it onto the flagpole. Now that I'm close to the flagpole, I see, hey, that's a little bit large. So let's go ahead and bring those numbers down just a little bit. So let's go to Object and just bring them down to 1. There you go. Looks more like a flagpole. Cool. And now let's stick our flag on it. So we need to rotate our flag. So hit the Control key and rotate 90 degrees. And let's move our flag up to the flagpole and stick it on. And we're going to move around here and make sure we're right on. There we go, a little bit off, so let's move it on. And of course, you're a real builder in Second Life. It's almost like building it in real life. And sometimes almost takes about the same amount of time. So we've got a little bit of gravity on there. We can actually adjust the gravity component. So once again, go here, click on Features, and we can actually bring that gravity up, down a little bit. See, now bring it up, and now it's going the wrong way. Actually go in here and adjust the parameter physically. I'll just type in 0.1. There we go. And there's my flag for now. I want to get over here to the other side. And what I want to do here is now put a texture on the flag. And I have previously brought a texture in, imported it, and it's going to be this same texture here. This is the NKU flame for our university. So let's go ahead and put the NKU flame on this tag. So I'm going to go into my inventory, and I'm going to bring in a texture. Now, how did I get this texture into Second Life? And let me just explain that to you real quick. So let's go first and show you the texture. Go to Textures, and here's my flame right here. So I'll double click on it, and there's a flame that I brought into Second Life. How did I get that into Second Life? Well, all I have to do is go here, go into a program like GIMP or Photoshop, and make your flame. And we'll do some tutorials on that. Go to File, Upload Image. Costs you $10 Linden to do that, and just navigate to where the image is. And in this particular case, I'd put it on the desktop, Flame 1, for example. Upload that to the web, and your it'll appear in your textures, and from that point on, you can just drag that flame right onto your object. There you go. And you see I dragged it on as opposed to clicking on it, so I need to drag the other side on as well, or actually just click on the texture. So let's go ahead and bring the texture back up, and let's drag it onto this side as well. There we go. And that's oriented correctly, so it's the other one on the other side you need to take care of. So let's come along here. Now what I need to do, this is very important, is I need to go back to my edit menu. So I have my edit menu back on, and I want to hit select texture, you see. And now you see this little texture selection here, and now I want to rotate the texture into position. So let's go ahead and do that by going to texture, and let's rotate. And you can see I can rotate that texture around. There you go, that's the flame. And I want to go around to the other side now and see if it's been rotated, or if it stayed where it's supposed to. And it did. That's good. Now another option you could do is you could actually click on this and you could have used flip, and could have flipped the textures as opposed to rotating. But I went ahead and rotated it. Let's go ahead and make sure our other side is fine as well. Okay, we're still good. So what we want to do now is a few more things. Let's take this pole right here. Let's copy it. Edit. There you go. Now you want to shift drag and copy. There you go. And what I want to do now is turn it into a sphere. So go to General, go to Object, and go to Sphere. And you can see the sphere is too long, so let's change it to a proportional size, 1, 1, 1. So click the Z size and make that 1. We're going to make our sphere just a little bit bigger, and we'll just Control Z Shift just to do it all together. And there's a little pole top for the flag. Let's get it another color. So we're going to go to Textures, double click, and we'll just make that blank for now. Let's go to black color and make that black. Good. Select that. And at this point, let's go ahead and make it shiny. Cool. And I'm going to color the rest of the pole black. Great, and now we're almost ready to go. It's time to script this flag. So we'll go to the correct URL. So let's bring that script up and show you how to do that. So we've built this flag, and now we want to script it so that when we click on the base prim here, the flame, we get a URL request. So let's come over here and look at the flag we've already scripted, and we're going to go ahead and click on this flag and look at the content and look at the URL script. I'm going to go ahead and copy this and paste it into my other base prim, and we're going to discuss how it works. So go ahead and Control C to copy. That's good. Let's minimize this, and let's go back over here and go to our base prim and click on that. Go to Content, go to New Script. Let's go ahead and rename this to URL. Double click to open that up. And now we want to highlight this boring script and put in our URL script with a Control V to paste. And now let's talk about this script just a little bit. The default enters you into the default state, which has the touch start function. So when you touch the flag, the commands inside are executed. So we grab the key from the avatar, and then we just do a simple LL load URL. Boy, that's an easy command. Here's an avatar key. And here's the words that go into the request. Go to NKU homepage. And here's the address for the URL. Real simple command. Avatar key, words in the drop-down menu, URL to go to. Boy, it doesn't get much easier than that. Let's go ahead and finish this up with a save. The script compiles and it's saved, and that's great. I'm going to do just one more thing here. I'm going to go ahead and grab this marquee around, go ahead and shift click on everything. My base prim will be the last thing I click on. I'm going to Control L to link everything. Cool. And now I'm going to go ahead and test this and see if it works. So let's get our edit menu. Let's click on our flag. Oops, and there it goes. The URL I'm going to load, the text, go to NKU homepage, and it's from me, Mandrake Tolson. So let's go to that page. And there's my URL right there. And that is how you script a flag in Second Life.